Simply better writing. Writing is not something you finish learning. It is something you keep getting better at, one page at a time, no matter how old you are. Maybe you kept a journal decades ago and stopped. Maybe you always wanted to write your story, a letter to your children or grandchildren, or just clearer emails. It does not matter where you start from. Today we are looking at 10 simple, doable ways to become a better writer. Nothing complicated, nothing that requires a degree, just small habits, practiced steadily, that add up to real change. This is Simply Better Life. Let's begin. Writing keeps the mind sharp. It keeps memory active. It gives shape to a life full of stories that deserve to be told, not just remembered. You do not need to become a published author. You need to become a little better than you were yesterday. That is the whole philosophy here. Small steps, taken consistently, build something lasting. Let's go through the 10. Tip 1. Read a little every day. Every writer is a great reader first. Set aside even 15 minutes a day for reading. It does not need to be a big commitment. A few pages with your morning coffee, a chapter before bed. Reading fills your mind with rhythm, vocabulary, and structure without you even trying. It is the quiet training that happens in the background while you enjoy the story. Simple step. Pick one book you are curious about this week. Read a little of it every day, even 5 pages. Tip 2. Write a little every day. The same principle applies in reverse. Writing improves through writing, not through thinking about writing. You do not need a big project. A few sentences in a notebook, a paragraph about your day, a letter you may never send. The goal is not the output, it is the habit. Muscles, including the writing muscle, grow through regular use, not occasional bursts. Simple step. Keep a small notebook nearby. Write just a few lines a day, no pressure. Tip 3. Know your purpose. Before you write, ask yourself a simple question. Why am I writing this? Are you writing to remember, to teach, to entertain, to process something, to leave something behind for family? Purpose gives your writing direction. Without it, words can wander. With it, even a short paragraph has weight and clarity. Simple step. Before each writing session, write one sentence describing your purpose for that piece. Tip 4. Do a little research. Good writing is often built on good information. If you are writing about your hometown, your career, a historical moment you lived through, a little research sharpens the details and adds confidence to your voice. This does not mean hours in a library. A short conversation, a quick look something up, checking a date. Small effort, stronger writing. Simple step. For your next piece, look up one fact or detail you were unsure about. Tip 5. Find your own style. You do not need to sound like anyone else. Your style is the natural way you would tell a story if you were sitting across the table from a friend. Some people write short and direct. Others write warm and descriptive. Neither is better. The goal is not to copy a famous author. The goal is to sound like yourself, clearly and honestly. Simple step. Reread something you wrote. Notice the words and rhythms that feel most like you and lean into them. Tip 6. Treat criticism as a guiding light. Feedback can feel uncomfortable, but the right kind of feedback is not a judgment. It is a lighthouse showing you where the rocks are. When someone points out something that is unclear or could be stronger, that is not a verdict on your worth as a writer. It is information you can use. Take what is useful, leave the rest, and keep moving forward. Simple step. Ask one trusted person to read a page and tell you one thing that was unclear. Tip 7. Read widely without limits. Do not restrict yourself to one type of book. Fiction teaches you rhythm and emotion. Nonfiction teaches you structure and clarity. Poetry teaches you precision. Newspapers, biographies, even instruction manuals each carry something useful. The wider your reading, the wider your writing toolbox becomes. Simple step. This month, read one thing outside your usual genre. Tip 8. Keep it simple and clear. The best writing is not the most complicated, it is the most understandable. Short sentences, familiar words, one clear idea at a time. If a sentence feels tangled, break it into two. If a word feels unnecessary, take it out. Clarity is a form of respect for your reader. Simple step. After writing a paragraph, reread it and cut anything that is not needed. Tip 9. Write from your own experience. You have lived a life full of material, decades of memory, relationships, work, joy, and hardship. That is not something you need to invent. It is something you already own. The most powerful writing usually comes from real experience told honestly. You do not need permission to write your own story. You just need to begin. Simple step. Write one memory this week exactly as you remember it, without editing it as you go. Tip 10. Let go of perfect and use your tools wisely. Perfection is not the goal. It never was. A finished, honest page is worth more than a perfect page that is never written. It is fine to help. A trusted friend, an editor, even a quick AI tool to check grammar or offer a suggestion. These are simply tools, no different from a dictionary or a spell checker. But here is the line that matters: use tools to polish your voice, never to replace it. People can feel the difference between something genuine and something manufactured. Authenticity cannot be faked, and readers, especially those who know you, will always recognize your real voice over a borrowed one. Simple step. Finish one piece this week, imperfect and complete. Use a tool only to check it, not to write it for you. 10 simple habits. None of them require talent you do not already have. They only require consistency. Read a little, write a little. Know your purpose. Learn a little more each time. Find your voice and trust it. Accept guidance without losing yourself. Read without limits. Write clearly, write honestly, and let your work be done, not perfect. This is how a life becomes a story worth telling, one small page at a time. If this helped you today, we would love for you to join us for the next Simply Better Life Guide. Because getting better does not require giant leaps. It only requires showing up, gently, one day at a time. Until next time, keep writing your story.